This video is sponsored by Squarespace, an all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence. How do you pronounce your last name? It's actually pronounced Ho-Win, so Tao Huyn, cause I like to win. Hi everyone, Tao here. It's been 3 months with the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. So the questions we need to answer. What's the final verdict and was it worth upgrading over the Note 9? Let's get right into it and talk about my experience. Like any phone, the first thing you see is the screen. And from the front, this is essentially all screen. It's easily the most eye-catching thing about this phone. When anyone sees me with it, they're always like, "What phone is that? Is that a tablet?" I still don't love the hole punch look, but the good news is that I don't really notice it during day-to-day use. It's probably the most obvious when you're watching a video with a really bright scene. You buy a massive phone like this for the screen, and the screen is incredible. Speakers sound really good too, but I have to mention, on louder volumes, you can actually feel the vibrations on the back of the phone, even through cases. It doesn't really bug me, but I do notice it. Now, this Aura Glow color, I dig it. But after experiencing the matte finish on both the new iPhone and Pixel, I'm ready for Samsung to do something similar. It's time. One area I was happy to see improved is the haptic feedback. Not for everyone, but long pressing, typing, and using the gestures are just way more satisfying with it. I really like the improvements over the Note 9. We need to talk about the in-screen fingerprint scanner. I've always used the glass screen protector, and initially, it was very hit or miss for me. If my finger was too dry or if I just got out of the shower, it would struggle. You also have to be fairly accurate with finger placement. Samsung pushed a lot of updates for the scanner, and I found the latest one to make it a lot more reliable. It is way better, just not as intuitive as a physical scanner. I've been using the Face Unlock more often, as I find it much more convenient to get into my phone. For secure logins and payments, I'll use the fingerprint scanner. The headlining feature for any Note device is, of course, the S Pen. As a note-taking tool, I found myself using it less and less these days, all because of one single app, Google's voice recorder. The app captures and transcribes audio in real time. The accuracy is insane, and the best part is you can search for specific words. In the past, during meetings, I would jot down notes with the S Pen and review them afterwards. These days, I've been using the Google Recorder to essentially capture everything being said and then searching up the important points afterwards, helping me stay more engaged in the conversations. I'm a big fan of tech that makes my life easier, and the Google Voice Recorder does exactly that. The S Pen still comes in extremely handy when I need to fill out forms or sign documents. Samsung's Write on PDF app is my personal favorite for getting the job done. The marketed feature for this year's S Pen was Air Actions, allowing you to control your phone like a wand to do things like change camera modes or swap between the front and back cameras. Truthfully, I haven't found myself using it very often, and the promise for more third-party app support hasn't really taken off either. I know it sounds like I'm falling out of love with the S Pen, but it's still very useful, and I hope Samsung continues to refine it as a tool for professionals. The Note 10's battery will easily last you a full day. Now that most phones can go a single day reliably, I guess the next big step would be 2 days or an entire weekend. The 25-watt fast charger included in the box can charge over 60% in 30 minutes, which is crazy fast. I still love the convenience of wireless charging though, especially in the car or at the office. You know what's an underrated feature? Wireless power share. Not for charging phones, but for charging wearables. I found it to be a little finicky about placement, and not all cases are fully compatible, so be aware of that. Moving on to the cameras. 3 on the back and a selfie cam on the front. These are my main takeaways after using this very versatile camera setup. The Note 10 Plus tends to prefer brighter pictures, which can sometimes lead to overexposure. Skin smoothing is definitely a thing when it comes to Samsung's camera software. It's really strange because it doesn't always happen. I have pictures where every single pore and imperfection is visible. There are some who prefer it, but beauty mode off should mean 100% off. The camera software seems to handle motion a bit better indoors compared to the Note 9. but I still end up with slightly blurry photos here and there, especially of my dog. Not ideal if you take lots of pictures of pets or kids. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. The ultra wide lens is quickly becoming a must-have for me. Whether it be for capturing more of the atmosphere or just fitting everyone in the photo, the extra lens here is one of the best upgrades over my Note 9. Night mode needs work. It can get the job done, but Samsung, can we get some sort of timer or a countdown when taking pictures? In my opinion, when it comes to photos, the Pixel is still more consistent, and the iPhone takes more realistic shots. But when the Note nails a shot, it nails it. Sometimes it captures photos that just makes me think, why can't it be like this all the time? With the competition stepping up the photography game, I expect Samsung to bring the heat with the S11. Video is great, with the only knock being no stabilization when recording 4K 60fps. If you shoot a lot of videos, it's a noticeable missing feature. Kinda like not having a website for your business these days. A website can bring a lot of credibility to whatever it is you're passionate about. The problem for most is figuring out where to start. Well, Squarespace is the all-in-one solution for anyone looking to create a beautiful website. Let me tell you, I knew nothing about building a website, but their designer templates made it super easy for me to build mine. Better your online presence and let the world know what you do by heading to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use my code to save 10%. I started using Galaxy smartphones at a time when they were transitioning from Samsung Experience to One UI, which is the current software. One UI was a big leap in the right direction. The biggest compliment I can give it is that I don't even feel the need to use a third-party launcher. If you haven't used a Galaxy phone in a while, you'd be pleasantly surprised. It's still feature-packed, but a lot cleaner and simplified. A much nicer overall experience. One UI 2 is right around the corner. From what I've seen, it's a very nice update, bringing iPhone-like gestures and animations with it. Here's hoping they can get the official release out before the end of the year. Whether it be using decks on a hotel room TV, customizing your phone with Good Lock, or drawing with the S Pen, you're unlikely to find a phone that's as feature-packed as the Note 10 Plus. It's still the Android phone to get if you want big and powerful. Samsung's much more generous with the storage compared to Apple or Google too. They also offer some of the most aggressive trade-in deals, making it easier for those who want the latest and greatest. Knowing what I know now, is the Note 10 Plus worth it over the Note 9? The rational me will say, keep the Note 9, especially if you value a headphone jack, a better fingerprint scanner, and no holes in your display. But then again, the tech lover in me really appreciates the Note 10 Plus. It's far from perfect, but it's still one heck of a phone.